there are teams within the district that we are challenged with, and we're so happy that this team is down, spearheaded by Minister Lundy.
We always believe on not just staying in offices in New Providence making decisions that affect these islands, but actually getting on the ground here in the islands, seeing the conditions up front and seeing what needs to be done. And it's been a real learning experience.
Take a look at all islands and make it all inclusive and make sure that they know this is an inclusive Bahamas and each part of the Bahamas would get the attention. And preparedness is what we're looking after, so we can't leave anyone out, no stone unturned.
I'm Carissa Williamson, and this has been Your Government in Action, a proud presentation of Bahamas Information Services. Join us on Tuesday evenings where we bring you highlights, coverage, and information as we continue to do what we do best, linking people and government.
Ready to transform your view of entrepreneurship? Discover the Business Blueprint, where innovation meets inspiration.
I'm Jeffrey Beckles, inviting you to join me on the Business Blueprint. We're diving deep into the world of business with exciting episodes that reveal the secrets to success.
From conquering banking battles to exploring the impact of national insurance and navigating business licenses in the Bahamas, we've got it all. Please don't miss our social media and mentoring minute for real-time insights and advice.
Catch the Business Blueprint, your new guide to entrepreneurship, premiering soon.
You're watching the ZNS Network, the People's Station.
Coming up in the news, 14 women entrepreneurs in Grand Bahama receive grant funding from SPDC. Plus, Bimini's Member of Parliament giving an update on the 99 migrants detained. We have the details. And the Chamber President advocates for insurance amid the peak of the 2024 hurricane season. The Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, starts now.
The Bahamas Tonight, Northern Edition.
Good evening and welcome to the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition. I'm Ramiko Knowles. Thank you so much for tuning in. Topping news, the Small Business Development Center awarding $100,000 in grant funding to 14 women entrepreneurs in Grand Bahama at a ceremony attended by the Minister for Grand Bahama and SPDC's Executive Director. The grant recipients were celebrated for their dedication and resilience in driving business growth on the island. More details in this report.
You're not just here because you were given a grant. You earned that grant.
At the grant presentation ceremony, SPDC Executive Director Samantha Roll commended the recipients for their resilience and dedication to their businesses. The Executive Director says the funding will not only support their business growth, but also contribute to the broader economic resurgence of Grand Bahama.
You know, you are the lifeblood of this economy. Believe it, it's true. You are the daughters, the mothers, the sisters, the friend. You are the ones that are helping to shape our future generations.
Delivering the keynote address, the Minister for Grand Bahama, the Honorable Ginger Moxie, highlighting the importance of supporting local entrepreneurs, especially women, as a vital part of the island's recovery and development.
It's not just about providing financial support, it's about recognizing women's contribution to our economy, the incredible potential of female entrepreneurs, and creating an environment to drive innovation among Bahamian women.
Minister Moxie also expressing the government's commitment to providing continuous support for small businesses, acknowledging the role of initiatives like SPDC in the building of robust economic foundation for Grand Bahama.
Over the past 3 years, The Davis Cooper administration has demonstrated its commitment to empowering Bahamians by consistently allocated budget funding for small business development. I think we're going to get better at it.
The event concluded with the presentation to the grant recipients, each woman eager to take the next step in their entrepreneurial journey.
It feels really good to get this grant. It's going to really help me to continue to help small businesses on the Family Islands.
The funds will definitely be used to benefit the business, so I'm very excited to have been chosen.
And I feel very privileged. I'm very grateful, very thankful for the opportunity. I'm very, very grateful.
In other news, there is a possibility those migrants detained in Bimini Tuesday could get released. The island's member of parliament is shedding light on the incident, suggesting signals might have been crossed in the lead-up. Cleopatra Murphy has the latest.
The permit renewal process was already underway for some 99 migrants working on a private subdivision and arrested by immigration officials on Bimini Tuesday. The issue at hand, nearly $500,000 in uncollected work permit fees. Among those detained were Mexicans, Dominicans, Costa Ricans, and Nicaraguans, all employed by OPAC Limited, owned by the developers of Resorts World. West Grand Bahama and Bimini Member of Parliament Kingsley Smith reiterated Prime Minister the Honorable Philip Davis's stance of granting work permits only when Bahamians cannot fill a post.
Applications are in to immigration, which are being reviewed for renewal, and again, also satisfying the non-payment of fees, which was already discussed by the Foreign Affairs Minister.
Amidst concerns from Biminites about illegal labor on the island, Smith says the Department of Immigration is mandated to inspect what occurs on various job sites.
As issues arise, it will be addressed, and where Bahamians are qualified, obviously they would get first preference on that job.
He encourages residents on the island to report concerns to authorities if they see something untoward, and secondly, keep employers updated on their skill set.
Apply yourself, put yourself in a position, all right, that you are able to do these jobs that some foreigners would want, obviously cheap labor. But again, the Bahamas is always look out for this type of behavior. How can we deal with it? And so again, the Prime Minister was very firm in his stance just recently about bringing individuals into the country that obviously doing job that Bahamians can do.
For the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, I'm Cleopatra Murphy.
Thanks, Cleo. Well, a missing girl is now considered a runaway weeks after her family members reported her disappearance in August. As school commences, a guidance counselor is now sharing reasons why a child may run away, as she encourages students to seek other options for help.
Since August 8, 2024, Adelia Parjon's face has been plastered on a missing persons flyer. Her worried family was hoping that their loved one would return home. Just last week, police officials released a statement stating that the missing girl is a runaway. A school guidance counselor is now speaking about the reasons a minor would want to leave home.
No one wants to be in a home situation where they don't feel loved, appreciated, and accepted.
Shireen Saint, a school counselor, says that there are many reasons a child would want to leave home, such as abuse, behavioral issues, and household disagreements. But she believes that parents should have healthy communication with their child to ensure that they are receiving the love that they need.
Having personal time with your children is important. Communicating, finding out who are your friends, who is influencing your life. When you were by my sister, what happened? Anything? How did you have a good time? Questioning them.
Now here is what guidance counselors do to assure that children do not run away from home.
As a guidance counselor, we try to be proactive. And letting students know that we go into the classroom and we do provide guidance. We also have seminars to address our pertinent issue.
Now, police officers say the legal age for a child to leave home is 18. Once again, officials say that anyone caught aiding and abetting a runaway can face legal consequences. For the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, I'm Shalia Roll.
Well, as we enter the peak of the Atlantic hurricane season, concerns about underinsurance, particularly among small businesses in Grand Bahama, are resurfacing. With these businesses making up a significant portion of the island's economy, Grand Bahama Chamber of Commerce President James Carey is urging small business owners, along with homeowners, to ensure they are adequately insured. Raven Davis reports.
In preparation, we tend to wait for things to manifest themselves before we start preparing.
It is a precarious position to be in as the country approaches the peak of the Atlantic hurricane season, with this period coinciding with the anniversary of the devastating Hurricane Dorian, which saw insurance premiums rise. Grand Bahama Chamber of Commerce President James Carey is urging small business owners to secure adequate insurance coverage.
I think a lot of places have been challenged in terms of getting insurance in part because the revenue generated in the business isn't that great, and it isn't a particular priority. But insurance is absolutely critical.
Carey says insurance plays a crucial role in protecting assets and the company's future.
The insurance providers on the island are more than qualified to advise and provide the type of insurance coverage that people need. And it's not just businesses, of course, individuals at home as well, with homes as well. And, the important thing is to insure adequately. Insurance, and by adequately, I mean they need to ensure for full value that they have and that they can lose.
Drawing on his experience managing insurance management before retiring, Carey highlights that there is no indication that premiums will come down anytime soon. However, he believes the government, alongside the insurance industry, can implement programs to provide more education to business owners.
Because unfortunately, when disaster happens, we look to the government to help us, but the government's revenue is from taxation in some form or the other, and if there's no business, the economy, the government isn't going to have the money to assist us and make restoration. We have to be our own best keeper.
When we come back, we continue with our Remembering Dorian series. That story, sports, and more when the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, continues.
There are some things that are undeniably Bahamian. A good count salad, junkanoo, the way we worship, the way we take care of one another, all undeniably Bahamian. And right in the midst of our iconic things, places, and people is Commonwealth Bank. Increasing access, sponsoring dreams, working alongside Bahamians to increase the quality of their lives for more than 60 years. Commonwealth Bank, nothing more than being Bahamian. Commonwealth Bank, leader in personal banking services.
Come on down and see what Dolly Madison has in store for you. Renovate and rejuvenate at Dolly Madison.
Dolly Madison.
Freeport's Got Talent. Choirs, bands, and soloists. Register by Friday, September 13th. Event hosted in Fort Lucaya Marketplace, September 27th, 28th, and 29th. Freeport's Got Talent. It's a $5,000 grand prize. Brought to you by the Grand Bahama Port Authority.
Here at Perfumes of Lucaya, you can find all of your top high-end, fine quality French and Italian fragrances. We have the John Paul Gaultier, the Coach line. We have also the Versace. We also have Initio. We have Perfume de Marley line here. We also have the Da Vinci line here. We have Phantom. We have so many different brands of fragrances, French and Italian fragrances that you can find here in Perfumes of Lucaya. There's so much we have to offer. We are located in the Lucayan Shopping Center. Our store hours are from Monday through Saturday from 10 a.m. to 6:30 p.m.
Yes, come on down to Perfume of Lucaya, where it's not just fragrance, it's a lifestyle.
Come on down.
We're here.
We're here.
Waiting for you.
Your #1 news team covering the North. The Bahamas Tonight, Northern Edition.
Welcome back. As we continue our Remember Hurricane Dorian series, shelter facilitator Rochelle Minnis and her son Knox Russell were amongst many who survived and escaped the dangerous wrath of Hurricane Dorian. Though the experience may not have been detrimental, the mother and son share emotional events of how they relocated from another shelter due to the rise in the storm surge. Jolanda Thompson-Everest reports.
For 28 years, Rochelle Minnis, chief social worker at the Department of Social Services, has braved every storm in Grand Bahama as a shelter facilitator. But during the latest attempt, she and her son, Knox Russell, found themselves trapped at the Hilton Oughton Convention Center, facing a storm that threatened to tear them apart forever.
Like around 1:15, my former assistant director, Paula Marshall, called. She said, Rochelle, she said, we are going to use the Hilton Oughton Auditorium. And as usual, you know, you bring in your package, your social services package. As the shelterees came in, September 1st, you know, persons will find their location, get their cuts, huddle with their family and go in different directions. And so we registered our shelterees and we just went along. By the time I walked from the window to the front door to look at the water, the entire Hilton Oughton Auditorium was flooded, this entire auditorium. So I started to tell the shelterees, I said, run to the stage, everyone, grab what you could get and go to the stage. Everyone went to the stage.
Once the water started rushing in, they seen some snakes and some fish was swimming around in the water, so everybody had to hurry up, walk up on the stage and stay there.
Forced to relocate to a neighboring church in precarious conditions, Rochelle Minnis and the shelterees faced yet another challenge.
The Defense Force made the decision, I think he was Defense Force Officer Ingram. We made a decision that we had to go to higher ground. We have to get out of here.
We had some people who was a little overreactive to the whole situation. We had one guy who was trying to open up the window, so everybody had to drive, horse him down, and detain him before he could endanger everybody.
I have never seen God manifest himself like he did that day. That building up there was going left, right, left, right. I said to my son at the time, I said, don't worry about me. If we don't make it, just go, just swim. Swim, just go.
Miraculously, no lives were lost at the shelter, despite the terror of that day. 5 years later, we sit down with shelter facilitator Ms. Minnis and Ms. Russell in the very spot where chaos once reigned. How does it feel to return to the scene of such a harrowing experience? Here's what they had to say.
You know, for some reason, I know I have PTSD from that, because whenever it gets dark or rain, I always think about it. It brings back so much memories. You could always almost reflect on what happened, where you lay, where you walk. You know, it brings back the memories. But the good thing about it this year, West Grand Bahama do have shelters. That's a good thing. So persons' lives don't have to be compromised.
I'd say take it serious, and if you can, all hop on the plane and go to someplace else where the storm ain't can hit. This place ain't designed to handle severe hurricanes.
Well, as children head back to the classrooms, the Royal Bahamas Police Force, along with a number of partners, came together for a huge back-to-school giveaway at Independence Park. Assistant Commissioner of Police Shanta Knowles commending her team for organizing a well-thought-out event.
Excited to see the support that we got from the business community, but even more excited to see the amount of people and children that came out to this event, and we were able to help. And so it is important for the police. One of our commissioner's goals is that we interact with the youth and young people, and this is one way in which we do so, by giving back to our community with the help of our community partners.
The officer in charge of the Northern Bahamas says it could not have been possible without the unwavering support of the business community.
Today we gave out just over 800 book bags filled with school supplies, and we also had a uniform tent, and we gave out, when I was over there last, it was just over 150 persons who were given uniform free of charge. I want to say a very special thanks to my urban renewal team, who spearheaded this event under the direction of ASP Lee Capron, who is standing just behind me. And then, of course, to Mr. Darrell Ware, Chief Superintendent Darrell Ware, and all those officers who worked so hard over the past 2 weeks to make sure that this event was a success.
Well, following in the spirit of giving back to school this season, families of all murdered victims, also known as FORM, hosting their 3rd annual back-to-school giveaway. School supplies such as rulers, pencils, and erasers to go along with 150 school bags, all in an effort to give back to those who need it most. FORM Freeport-based member Wendy Fox says although the giveaway is a success, public assistance is always welcome for the non-profit organization to continue their valiant efforts.
Just not back to school. We deal with murder victims' family, which are the victims, normally the kids left behind. So groceries, helping out with their school fees or whatever could be greatly appreciated in our organization. It's a non-profit organization, so we depend highly on the public.
Fox shares that she has always been interested in making a difference within the community she calls home, and will go to great lengths to ensure her contributions, efforts leave a lasting impact.
I mean, I was given even before FORM came around. You understand? I'm just a giving person. You have to have this in you, this in me. But FORM just give me the extra push, and I beg even more. So that's what I do. So let someone, for kids not to go to bed hungry, I'm a beg.
And that's a look at stories making news. Shane, tell us what's coming up in sports.
Well, Ramiko, coming up in sports, one local track club has their eyes on the prize as they go through their off-season training. You've got the details on that plus more, so stick around. Sports is next after this break.
The Forever Flower Shop. Check out our new selection of artificial flowers and wreaths. Choose stems for your own projects or get a pre-made arrangement as a quick fix to a dull space. If you're a soon-to-be bride, inquire about bulk ordering for floral options that won't break the bank. It's all here at Island Bedding and Furniture, located at number 5 Queens Highway, across from Caribbean Veterinary.
Hungry? Save the day with this hack. The tastiest hack is no longer a secret. Order 2 medium one-topping pizzas from Pizza Hut Freeport for only $22. Enjoy Pizza Hut while spending less all the way to the crust. Visit us at the store, carry out, or delivery. 2 medium one-topping pizzas for only $22. Call us at 352-9191. Pizza Hut Freeport. Enjoy all the way to the crust. Pizza Hut Freeport.
Hi, I want to put some shoes on your feet.
Hi, I want to put some shoes on your feet.
I still want to put shoes on your feet.
I want to put some shoes on your feet.
And I still want to put shoes on your feet.
We still want to put shoes on your feet.
2 locations to put shoes on your feet. Downtown Freeport, and now our newest location in the Carmichael City Shopping Plaza, right behind the Walk-Up Wendy's, Carmichael Road West.
Journey to a serene oasis. Relax. rejuvenate. Renew. Welcome to Renew Day Spa. For appointments, call 352-RENU.
One of the biggest decisions you will make when remodeling a kitchen is the design choice for your kitchen cabinets. Whether you want your kitchen to look modern or traditional, the Casablanca White Shaker cabinets will make a sound choice. Stop into Conant Bahamas today and let them enhance your kitchen with the Casablanca White Shaker cabinets. At Conant Bahamas, they also carry an array of Calacatta quartz countertops. Conant Bahamas, Sandy Port Nassau, Freeport Grand Bahama, Abaco, and Eleuthera.
What is happening, beautiful people? I'm Shane Stubbs, and welcome to your Northern edition of sports. Invictus Track Club is officially going through their off-season training. Let's take a look at how everything is going for them.
Commitment and dedication, consistency, and usually those are the three elements that help with results.
Back to school means back to athletics. Invictus Track Club is in full swing at the YMCA, and Coach Cordell McNabb says the enthusiasm is at an all-time high.
Today is the third day on the grass. We're basically trying to get them conditioned early. Last year we got 2 persons on the team, the Curved team, so hopefully the numbers will rise this year.
Even the little ones are joining in on the fun. While the club continues to see steady growth, the veteran coach says it's all about attacking this period of the off-season strongly.
I start doing specialized workout depending on what the athletes are intending to do. So it's all about that. It's all about preparing, and then we go into the competitive period.
17-year-old high jumper Kyle Gray has been with the club since 8th grade. As she weighs her options for college, she's focused on staying strong with the club she's grown with over the years.
I'm jumping way above the standard that the school asking for. I still here training, trying to get better with coach so that next season I could really spread my wings and fly. Coach saw so much potential in me that I had to stay, and then I had to work, to get to where I am today.
The club trains daily after school. And lastly in sports, Jonquil Jones and the New York Liberty return to action this evening after a restful 5 days off. They'll take on the Seattle Storm, who they defeated in their previous outing. The Liberty ran away with the 98-85 victory, where Jones finished with 6 points and 11 boards. And that'll do it for your Check on Sports, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Shane Stubbs. As always, be safe and be great.
Thanks, Shane. Now here's your check on your local weather forecast, sponsored by Royal Star Assurance.
Tonight's weather forecast is brought to you by Royal Star Assurance.
'Cause it's so beautiful.
Stay with us. Our Facebook friend of the night is up next.
BTVI and Sunset Village Fish Fry present I'm a Boatman, featuring KB and Fred, D-Mac, Tino D, Nishi Ellis, Sweet Emily, Wilfred Sullivan, Funky D, DVS, Veronica Bishop, Papa Smurf, Sherrod Taylor, Lil Joe Cartwright, Mama D, Colin McDonough, Chad Cully, and the VIP. And from Turks Island, the Proficient Band, and host Super P. There'll also be performances by The Swinger and the Platinum Nights Junkanoo Group. Sunday, October 13th at Sunset Village Fish Fry, 8 Mile Rock. Sponsored by the Ministry of Grand Bahama and the Ministry of Tourism.
Purchasing supplements can be confusing and difficult for a lot of people, so I'm here to give you 3 mistakes to avoid when purchasing your supplement. Mistake number 1, buying what your friends tell you to buy because it works for them. Just because it works for them doesn't mean it's the right thing for you. Make sure you do your own research, you ask a professional, you get all the information that you need, and you pick a supplement that's right for you and your goals. Mistake number 2, buying the cheapest thing you see. I know you might be on a budget or trying to save a few dollars, but the cheapest product is not always the best one for you. You want to consider the value, how much you're getting, how much servings you're getting for the money that you're spending, and the quality of the actual product. Make sure you factor all these stuff in when you're making your supplement purchases. Sometimes you could spend a few dollars more and get twice as much product. So keep that in mind. Mistake number 3 is not reading the nutrition label. Sometimes you might look on the front of the supplement and see that it says 60 grams of protein, but when you look at the back, it's only 30 grams per scoop. So let's make sure we look at the labels, make sure you factor in all the nutrients, all the calories, carbs, everything else. Make sure you pick the right supplement for your goals. And if this still sounds difficult, the Fitness Connection has knowledgeable client advisors who can help you pick the right supplements for you.
Your #1 news team covering the North. Tonight, Northern Edition.
You are our Facebook friend of the day. We wish you a special happy birthday, and we hope that you are enjoying your special day. And that concludes the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition. On behalf of the entire ZNS News team here in the North, I'm Ramiko Knowles. Thank you so much for watching. Be sure to stay tuned. The Bahamas Tonight continues.
Good morning and welcome. I'm Dr. Gale, and I'm inviting you to be a part of a journey where we open the Word of God to receive strength, to receive empowerment from the Scriptures as they have been written. Get your Bibles, get your cup of coffee or your tea, because this journey is gonna be great. This is your day of victory.
Just discovered that I may have a son here in this land. How much child support is she getting from? The king pays no child support.
No child support for 30 years and you came back? You was a dummy.
I am Hakim Jaffer, king of Zamunda. You are the heir to the throne.
Yes, my son. He's supposed to be like the prince of Wakanda.
Wakanda is a fictional place.
Not to everybody. I don't need no handout.
Wait a minute.
All right, I'm gonna pack. Okay, baby.
Children, this is your brother.
Hey, Quine.
Ever occur to you that Mika wanted to be your heir?
Would you dare banish me from my own bedroom? I have upset my family.
Must be strong.
Almost ready to become a prince.
Almost. I'm a king, I'm a king, I'm a king. Coming to America, now it's coming to me. I'm a king, I'm a king, I'm a king.
Coming up in the Bahamas tonight, traffic at a crawl in the Deep South early this morning as police combed the scene of the fatal shooting of a husband and father. The mother of 3 boys killed in that early morning traffic mishap breaks her silence with a heart-rending appeal for help. Plus, BTVI joins a global network of over 400 EducationUSA centers. And in sports, our Amajal Knowles takes a bite out of the Big Apple. Find out why he's there and what he's been up to. The Bahamas Tonight, the National Report, starts now.
ZNS News is brought to you by the new BTC. Fiber is here. Faster, stronger, more reliable. Together, we are unstoppable. Switch today.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Akush Lopender, and this is the Bahamas Tonight, the National Report. Thanks for tuning in. A major renovation on tap for a government apartment complex on Windsor Lane. Desmond Saunders joins us live tonight to let us know how it will impact residents. Good evening, Desmond.
Well, pleasant evening, Makusla. This 30-year government rental structure behind me is about to get a massive facelift. The Ministry of Housing and Urban Renewal is undertaking a massive remodeling and renovation exercise. Joining me on the broadcast this evening, I have the Minister of Housing and Urban Renewal, the Honorable Keith Bell. A pleasant good evening to you, Mr. Bell. Tell me about the inspiration behind this.
Well, good afternoon, Bahamas. The inspiration behind this is to ensure that all of our people are living in good condition. We want to make sure that the government is a good landlord and that all of our units are properly renovated. The people are living in very good conditions, and as well as that, as you could see if you look behind us, a number of the windows are broken out. A number of the doors are down. There are several vacant units that need extensive renovation, and so it's our intention to renovate these units. But we want to do more than that. We came today to meet with the residents to put them in a position and inspire them to perhaps move towards home ownership, which was the original vision of Celine Pinlin. That is, that persons who will be moved into these government rental units would subsequently be moved out into their own homes, and that is what we want to come back and reignite that vision.
I have a resident who's been here for a number of years. A pleasant good evening to you. Kindly come here for me. Madam, step up right here. Well, I want your thoughts. How do you feel about this whole renovation exercise that the Ministry of Housing is taking on?
Well, we got to give God first. Thanks for them, for you all, them, that trying to do everything. I feel marvelous. Because sometimes you people sleeping good, we ain't sleeping good. Things biting us. People coming at your home, trying to attack, the place is unsecured, and whatever. I feel marvelous. I feel great by the grace of God. Thank God for Jesus, Father, Son, and Holy Spirit, and all of you all who take part in it.
Thank you very much. So that's what's happening here. The government rental complex here on Windsor Lane. The Ministry of Housing, representatives from the Ministry of Housing holding a town hall meeting and an informative session to inform residents of what's taking place. Back to you, Makusla, in the studio.
Well, thanks, Desmond. In other news this evening, a small pile of sand marking the spot. What was supposed to have been a planned stop to a Faith Avenue convenience store quickly turned into a crime scene that's left detectives on a manhunt for the gun-toting culprits who opened fire, shot and killed a middle-aged man. On the scene for us, Danielle Dean.
A father and husband was shot dead in front of his family around 9 a.m. this morning as he was exiting a convenience store on Cowpen Road. The victim has been unofficially identified as Eddie Miller, believed to be in his 40s.
The information received is that he was approached by 3 dark male masked from a white vehicle, which fled and made good their escape west along the Cowpen Road area.
Chief Superintendent of the Southwestern Division, Tess Newbold, confirmed that the victim's family was in the vehicle at the time of the attack. Opting not to be recorded, a worker in the convenience store the victim visited moments before his life was brutally taken said although she never knew his name, he was a frequent patron of the business. Miller is reportedly known to police, though the motive was not revealed. He becomes the 85th homicide for the year. Officials note that the trend of men known to police and released on bail for serious offences, including murder, becoming victims themselves, continues.
We are appealing to members of the public who can assess any information you can bring forth to us to assist us with this investigation.
For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Danielle Dean.
Tonight, we're also hearing from the mother of the 3 young men killed in Monday's early morning mishap. Via an emotional release posted on social media, Lovan Miller Christie acknowledged that she's living through the worst nightmare imaginable, as the pain she feels right now is beyond words, and that she's struggling to comprehend a world without her precious sons, Philip McCarran Christie, Philip DiCaprio Christie, and D'Angelo Kendis Christie. They were the center of my universe, she says, adding that each brought so much love, laughter, and light to my life. The grieving mother says their absence leaves a void that can never be filled, and that moving forward without them feels impossible, but that she knows what they would want her to find strength to hold on to the love they gave so freely. Christie goes on to express thanks for the outpouring of love and support, prayers and kind words from so many, admonishing everyone to hold on to their loved ones a little closer and cherish the moment shared, as the immense pain and loss she's now going through she wouldn't wish on any mother. As she turns her attention now to keeping her son's memories alive, Christy is appealing for help to ease some of her financial burden. Those of you moved to assist can make donations to Lovan Christie, Scotiabank account number 0025-26524, branch number 59105. Well, meantime, BAMSI releasing its own statement remembering D'Angelo Christie, a two-time graduate of the institution. Just this year, he's said to have completed a certification in Nature Tour. In 2023, the young man graduated with an associate degree in environmental science and received the award for excellence in his area of study. Well, illegal landing leading to another two foreigners appearing in court and subsequently being found guilty of the crime. Appearing before Chief Magistrate Roberto Reckley was Haitian national Tulustro Carlos, who was fined $300 or a month behind bars, while American John Andaberto was ordered a conditional discharge and placed on a 3-month probation period pending his good behavior. He's expected to return to court on December 5th of this year. Again, upon payment of the fine or completion of sentence and probation, the migrants are ordered to be turned over to the Department of Immigration. Well, power generation in Eleuthera to make a complete turnaround by the end of the month. The energy minister promising as much in an exclusive interview with our Devontae Hanna, during which she also revealed that residents on the island can expect to see more equipment and maintenance on the ground within the coming days to avoid blackouts.
Relief is on the way.
That's the word tonight for Eleuthera residents from Energy and Transport Minister the Honorable Jobeth Colby Davis, who told ZNS in an exclusive sit-down that by the end of the month, those on the island can expect improved services from the Bahamas Power and Light Company.
We have seen some oil tanks and other equipment coming into Harbour Island to assist with bringing them online, and we should be testing one of the engines, which is 2.5 megawatts, by the weekend. So that's going to be quite exciting for us to get the testing and see that it's working and functioning properly, because it's been sitting for a while. And once that's done, we can work it onto the system and have that generating power.
According to BPL executives, the company is facing an issue with its power generation on the island, causing frequent blackouts. The company even going as far as to provide a rate adjustment for July bills, giving residents 50% off their base rate. The plan, according to Colby Davis, is maintenance on the ground.
We had one genset that came in. We have two others that are actually in Rock Sound at the plant, but we needed some equipment so that we could bring them back online, and that would bring some more power generation.
Ongoing work led by Pedro Marcelo covers not only Hatchet Bay, but Rock Sound and Harbour Island, with an expected completion date of September 30th.
They're still on track. They're getting the necessary support that they need on the ground there in Eleuthera, and equipment is coming in, and so as far as they're concerned, with all the testing going smoothly, they should still be on track with bringing that reliability that we'd like to see be consistent in Eleuthera by the end of this month.
For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Devontae Hanna.
In related news, if you think your electricity bill that is taxing your wallet, consider the cost incurred by chains like SuperValue Food Store, whose president, Deborah Simnett, candidly admits that despite implementing energy-saving measures, their power bill has still soared.
The new rate structure benefits low-level consumers, but grocery stores like ourselves, we use a whole lot of electricity with refrigeration and air conditioning and the like. So we are definitely starting to feel the effect of the change. And so far it's been about a 20% increase. So we were fortunate enough to experience a decrease when we introduced solar, but now we're experiencing an increase again due to the rate hike.
Now, when asked how or if consumers will have to bear the impact of the food store chain's added expense,
of course, we can only do this because we're a large retailer, but small and medium-sized retailers won't be able to do this. They will have to pass this cost on to stay in business.
Well, still to come, BTVI joins a global network. You're watching the Bahamas Tonight. The National Report, there's more news in a moment.
This portion of the news is brought to you by Folk Call Smart Pass, the smart way to pay at the pump.
In the chaos of our daily lives, it's easy to be caught up in the rush. But when you're behind the wheel, remember, rushing can lead to disaster. Don't rush. Take your time. Remember, your life and others depends on it. Slow down. Stay alert and arrive alive. Because in the race of life, it's not about how fast you get there, but how safely.
This message is brought to you by Commonwealth Bank, leader in personal banking services.
Whether you're crossing borders or navigating busy airports, with BTC's reliable data roaming, you're always in touch. In a fast-paced world, staying connected is key. Don't miss important moments. Stay connected effortlessly with BTC wherever your journey takes you.
KFC is giving you more to love with our KFC bucket meals with large sides. Get the KFC Family Bucket featuring 8 pieces of juicy chicken, family fries, and 4 biscuits that feeds 4. A KFC Deluxe Bucket with 10 pieces of delicious chicken, 2 larger sides, and 4 biscuits that feeds 4 to 6. Or a KFC Party Bucket with 15 pieces of our chicken, 3 larger sides, and 6 biscuits that feeds 6. And we'll handle the dishes, plates, and utensils included, so you can lick your fingers in peace. KFC knows value, and it's finger licking good.
Make this year your best year yet. Education is the key to success, and the University of the West Indies Global Campus Bahamas is your partner in success. Take a course that increases your value in a matter of weeks, or get that degree you've been dreaming of with convenient online learning. Visit us at global.uwi.edu/Bahamas, call 323-6593, or WhatsApp 456-6687 today.
Blessings gonna find me.
He's in Eleuthera, and we're all the way in Nassau. You got it? Okay. Yes, you're right. Eleuthera for tomorrow? No problem.
Marco's, the pizza that's perfect for every party, every moment, and every occasion.
One of the biggest decisions you will make when remodeling a kitchen is the design choice for your kitchen cabinets. Whether you want your kitchen to look modern or traditional, the Casablanca White Shaker cabinets will make a sound choice. Stop into Conant Bahamas today and let them enhance your kitchen with the Casablanca White Shaker cabinets. At Conant Bahamas, they also carry an array of Calacatta quartz countertops. Conant Bahamas, Sandyport, Nassau, Freeport, Grand Bahama, Abaco, and Eleuthera.
Portion of the news is brought to you by Bahamas Striping Group of Companies.
Union woes at the Bahamas Technical and Vocational Institute have seemingly subsided, at least according to BTVI President Linda Davis, who says the focus is now on the way forward. Last month, the Union of Tertiary Educators at the Bahamas claimed they had not yet fully received benefits attached to their industrial agreement. Now, while claiming the issue has been resolved, Davis maintains she's willing to work along with the union.
And I believe the unions would be the first to say that we have been very open and amenable to working out differences. I think the fact that we started the academic year without incident suggests to you that things have been resolved, at least at this juncture. Will there be no issues going forward? I doubt that, but I have a saying that a mentor of mine always said, in conflict sometimes the best decisions and actions emerge. And so we look forward to working very closely with unions, with all stakeholders. Industry is extremely important to BTVI because without industry, of course, we would not exist.
Well, today marking a pretty significant milestone in the Bahamas Technical and Vocational Institute's partnership with the U.S. Embassy, one reflecting their shared commitment to enhance educational opportunities. The EducationUSA Advising Center was officially opened on BTVI's main campus. The school's president, Linda Davis, says the center will serve as a gateway for students to explore international educational opportunities, enriching their experiences with global perspectives and cultural exchanges.
A commitment now ensures that BTVI students benefit from the privilege of having personal access to accurate, current, and comprehensive information about tertiary institutions right here on our main campus, and as I indicated, virtually at our branch campus and extension campuses throughout our network. Fortunately, this privilege is not limited to BTVI students. Bahamians and residents throughout the Bahamas wishing to study in the U.S. should consider EducationUSA as their official source of information.
Education Minister, the Honorable Glenys Hannah Martin, thanked the U.S. Embassy for the commitment to BTVI, while U.S. Chargé d'Affaires Kim Furnish detailed the program's purpose.
I'm very happy you chose this campus because there's a lot going on now at BTVI that is really of a 21st century reality in terms of where we're doing solar energy. I looked at their computer lab, their broadcasting studio, and on and on. There's so much going on in this space, and I believe this dynamic really fits in well with what's happening here.
EducationUSA is a global network of advising centers supported by the U.S. Department of State. Our mission is to promote U.S. higher education to students around the world by offering accurate, comprehensive, and current information about opportunities to study at accredited post-secondary institutions in the United States.
Well, 2 years ago, education officials strategized a plan to revise the Bahamas high school diploma. Each year, executives review the progress of the students' academic performance in government schools. But what exactly are the high school diploma's requirements? LaDawn Davis caught up with the Assistant Director of Education responsible to find out.
Obtaining a high school diploma is a tool that all students must have in their possession before they graduate from their high school years. It's a crucial piece of paper that students applying to universities or colleges locally or abroad need to be accepted. Assistant Director of Education Theophilus Claridge says over the years there's always been two diplomas, a general and honors diploma. He says the requirements to obtain both diplomas are a bit stringent.
And so you need 4 BJCs now, a cumulative GPA of 2.0. I used to tell students that's the foundation. That's where you start. That's an easy C. That's what we're looking for. And then you needed 90% punctuality, 90% attendance. The commission decided that with so many things happening, especially coming out of the pandemic, we would lower that to 80% attendance, 80% punctuality. To get an honors diploma, that child will need to have at least, in addition to the BJCs, they will need at least 3 BGCSEs, any 3, with a C grade or better.
But that's not all, though. Claridge gave a breakdown of the standings in all government schools.
The first setting was in 2017. We had 47%. These are government schools. We went up to 53%, up to 59%. The pandemic came. And then we started to drop. 2020, we saw 44%. 2021, we saw 33%. And 2022, we saw 33%. Last year, we went up to 47%. This year, we are now well over 50%.
The Assistant Education Director says his team is now awaiting approval to bring on the equivalency diploma for students good in other academic subjects, disabled students, and technical certifications. But in the meantime, he says education officials are looking at an 80% target in diplomas for 2030. For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm LaDon Davis.
Still on school news, G.W. Davis Junior High students welcomed back to school with a prayer and a free hot meal. The initiative, led by administrators, ensures youngsters learn in a safe environment, boosted by the nutritional support needed to excel.
Because it's back to school and we want to welcome back our students, not only to a safe environment, but definitely to an environment where we're able to settle them from day one. And so yesterday we had our 8th and 9th graders. On Monday we had 7th graders. Today the entire school population should be here. And what better way to start the year off than in prayer?
The school's population pegged at 820, but Principal Latoya Burrows expects that number to actually increase.
Registration started all the way back in March, and normally which is common for a lot of our.
Marcellus Hall has a look at what's coming up in sports. Marcellus?
Coming up in sports tonight, we'll take a look at the Big Apple and what's going on there as some of our athletes doing some big things. Details ahead in sports.
If you see news in the making, call ZNS News at 502-3800 or email us at znsnews@gmail.com.
Keeping you in the know. Keeping you in the know. God, it's good enough to eat, then it's good to grow. It's good enough to eat, then it's good to grow.
The Ministry of Agriculture and Marine Resources is shining a spotlight on the nation's fishing community with the launch of the first ever Anchor Awards ceremony. During a press conference on Monday, Minister Jomo Campbell delivered an inspiring keynote address applauding the dedication and bravery of these exceptional men and women.
Our fishermen are the unsung heroes of our communities, navigating the blue waters each day, demonstrating resilience and unwavering commitment to their craft. With the Anchor Awards, we aim to shine a spotlight on these remarkable individuals. We honor not only their skills and accomplishments, but also their capacity to inspire future generations.
Under the theme Honoring Legends of the Sea, fishers from across the nation are eligible for nominations in categories such as the Lifetime Achievement Award, Minister's Choice Award, Flag Fisher of the Year, Commercial Fisher of the Year, Sports Fisher of the Year, and the People's Choice Award. Nominations end on September 30th. Adding to the excitement, Philip Simon, General Manager of Royal Caribbean International Bahamas, also shared his enthusiasm for the occasion.
As a Lifetime Achievement Award sponsor, we are incredibly proud to support the Bahamas Fishers Alliance and the Ministry of Agriculture, two organizations who have committed themselves to celebrate the outstanding achievements of those who have made significant contributions in the maritime industry in the Bahamas. We are excited for what promises to be another memorable evening with you and to celebrate the inspiring achievements of those shaping our industry everywhere.
And the Bahamas Agriculture and Marine Science Institute President, Dr. Ravinia Hanna, echoes that same excitement.
We are very proud to sponsor 2 distinguished awards that celebrate excellence in both traditional skills and the promise of our youth in the flats fishing industry. The Flats Fisher of the Year Award and the Prime Minister's Youth Fisher Award, respectively.
The ceremony will be held at the Bahama Resort on Saturday, November 16th at 7 p.m. Keeping you in the know with Good to Grow, I'm Leah Cooper.
Experience the difference with BTC's fixed services. Whether you're working from home or enjoying family time, BTC ensures you're always in touch with the people and moments that count. BTC isn't just a service, it's a lifestyle. Stay connected, stay inspired, and live your best life. BTC.
decade ago, the Bahamas Striping Group of Companies was birthed out of a passion to change the way we travel. From only a $5,000 grant, the tenacity and work ethic has propelled BSGC to one of the leading road management companies in the Caribbean. We pride ourselves on going the extra mile where others won't, through the use of our state-of-the-art equipment and our certified team. Although the success is commendable, the road has been long. Yet, the mission continues in striving to be a world-class organization ran by Bahamians for Bahamians. With the help of our experienced and hardworking team, we at the Bahamas Striping Group of Companies are committed to making a difference, one road at a time.
This is the Little Caesars Stuffed Crust Pizza. It's a whole new level of pizza with cheese stuffed crust so spectacular that there's nothing left.
Pizza.
A delicious pepperoni pizza with the crust stuffed with lots of cheese and brushed with butter and garlic flavor and sprinkled with Parmesan cheese. Hot and ready, simply irresistible. And only at Little Caesars in Oakesville, Carmichael, East Street South, and the Charles Sanders Highway. See Little Caesars BS on Facebook and Little Caesars Bahamas on Instagram for more info.
Pizza.
Get ready for the 20th Abaco Business Outlook, September 19th at the stunning Abaco Beach Resort for a full day of insightful discussions under the theme Future Abaco, Branding the National Identity, Planning for Success. Hear from our keynote speaker, the Honorable Clay Sweeting. Don't miss our interactive panels on infrastructure, hospitality management, and airlift development. Secure your spot today at tclevents.com or call us at 322-1000.
Organizations looking to raise awareness by building and upholding the legacy of excellence in mental health care, and it's doing so all month long as part of its celebrations. Danielle Dean reports.
Over 100 people gathered for Sandilands Rehabilitation Centre's annual church service at Epiphany Anglican Church on Prince Charles Drive Tuesday of this week. Among these guests, prominent figures First Lady Anne-Marie Davis and the Right Reverend Bishop Leish Boyd.
SRC is an often underrated, overlooked, underappreciated element of our country's healthcare platform. I'm not just saying that to flatter you. It happens to be my personal opinion.
Singing the program's praises, Tyrone Farrington, a reformed former patient at the centre. Farrington says his life looks much different than it did before he graced the halls of the Fox Hill Road institution.
I started going to the Community Counseling Center. I put my best foot forward, and 17 plus years later, I'm now a plumber foreman. I'm a plumber foreman on my job. God is good. The program worked. The Community Counseling Center program, that has worked. So I thank you for having me. Thank you for giving me this platform. And while I'm on this platform, I am begging that y'all let the program continue.
Melodious tones rang through Epiphany's auditorium in honor of the occasion, which paid tribute to Sandilands staff and to past and present patients who are daily striving to improve their lives. The Public Hospital Authority looks ahead to World Suicide Prevention Day on September 10th, encouraging the public to wear orange in support. For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Danielle Dean.
Well, continuing with our series from the Far East, our Lloyd Allen reports on the 2024 Forum on China-Africa Cooperation Summit, focusing on investment through Africa and similar partnerships with the Caribbean region.
I propose that bilateral relations between China and all African countries having diplomatic ties with China be elevated to the level of strategic relations.
Those sentiments, shared by the People's Republic of China's President Xi Jinping, during the opening ceremony of the 2024 summit of the Forum on China-Africa Cooperation. Held at the Great Hall of the People at Tiananmen Square, Beijing, the three-day event seeks to deepen economic ties with Africa and China. Attended by more than 50 leaders across the African continent, zeroing in on collaborative resources and opportunities, the commitment over the next 3 years include a 6-point proposition by China to fund more than $10 billion toward establishing a knowledge network, SME initiatives, eco-projects, and more than 1 million jobs and training opportunities. Similarly, the Bahamas and by extension the Caribbean has also made inroads towards this end, highlighted during the June Africa Export-Import Bank annual meeting held at the Bahama Resort, as well as multiple infrastructural enhancement projects regionally like the Belt and Road Initiative. Officials say they hope that over the next 3 days, they will deepen ties as they continue to dialogue. Reporting from Beijing for the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Lloyd Allen.
You're watching the Bahamas Tonight, the National Report. There's more news in a moment.
Why pay more when you can pay less? Shop the specials at Super Value and Quality Supermarkets. Kraft macaroni and cheese, 7 1/4 ounce, 2 for $2. Distinction Long Life Milk, assorted 1 liter, $2.29. Old Carolina bacon, 12 ounce, $4.49. Sweet bananas, 89 cents per pound. Beef short ribs, $2.99 per pound. Rescuing you from high prices. That's Super Value and Quality Supermarkets.
Hi, I'm Brent Burrows, Vice President of Retail and Sales at CBS Bahamas and the CBS Pro Store. Not only do we guarantee the best prices on all your favorite building materials, but we're proud to offer the best delivery program in all of Nassau. Whether you buy 1 box of screws or a truckload of plywood, island-wide delivery is just $5. And for our Family Island customers, we're proud to offer complimentary drop-off to the mailboat of your choice. Visit us today at the CBS Pro Store on Robinson Road and check out our website to set up your next delivery.
Make your company representative stand out through an embroidery design on your uniforms from Janae's Uniform Center, Chesapeake Road. Janae's utilizes the latest state-of-the-art embroidery technology to monogram large and small quantities of shirts, caps, bags, and other articles. If you don't already have a digitized logo, Janae's can design and digitize your idea and bring it to life. Then install the logo of your choice from their large selections of 27 stock colors of golf shirts in cotton or dry fit, caps, or workwear. Call 394-8385 or 6 or visit www.janaes.com.
The government of the Bahamas has partnered with the Bahamas Telecommunications Company to jump digital literacy nationwide with a new program. BTC's Executive Senior Manager of Go-To-Market, Alphanique Duncombe-Spence, shared the initiative with public school administrators during the annual Public School Administrators Conclave.
JUMP is a program designed to bridge the digital divide throughout the Bahamas. The goal is to improve the broadband penetration or access to the internet for households so that we can improve the digital literacy level and competency level throughout the Bahamas.
The program is expected to also assist parents.
We have partnered with the Ministry of Education because we have a two-pronged approach. We would like to improve the digital literacy levels for both the adults and children in the home. The program provides low-cost service, internet service to the house, as well as each household receives a Dell Latitude laptop, as well as a 6 to 8 week digital literacy course, all completely free of charge. And for the parents, we'll take them through the course so that we can improve their digital literacy levels. For the kids, they can join into that as well. And then also they obtain access to the laptop or the computer.
Families on the Family Islands will also benefit from the partnership.
We'll start off at New Providence and Grand Bahama. And then as we continue to roll out fiber within the Family Islands, we will also include the Family Islands as well. And that is very, very quickly approaching as well. So we do anticipate to have the Family Islands being added in throughout this year and further into next year as well.
Johnny Lee McIntosh for Ed Talk.
For the first time in nearly 7 years, students on Ragged Island will have face-to-face learning with a teacher. Back in 2017, the island was nearly decimated by Hurricane Irma, a Cat 5 storm that wreaked havoc on the southern Bahamas, particularly Ragged Island. The remote island's sole education facility destroyed, and work to build a new school has been underway since. A new state-of-the-art multi-purpose center, which includes a new all-age school, hurricane and community center, as well as teachers' residences, make up the new, soon-to-be completed facility. Touring the site today, DPM and Area MP Chester Cooper says Ragged Island's long wait is near over.
I'm very happy about this. The school is 99% completed. There's some logistical challenges, as is normal and customary with Ragged Island, but we expect there to be some additional furniture arriving by mailboat, a few additional items to be connected, etc. School's going to start. I am excited to be able to announce that the teacher has arrived today. She traveled in with me, so I can say firmly to the people of Ragged Island that you will have face-to-face school here very, very soon.
Meanwhile, a new school campus awaits students on Staniel Key in the Exumas. Finishing touches are being put on that state-of-the-art facility as well. It will also act as a shelter during storms. Today, DPM Cooper and his wife Cecilia greeted students, presenting them with book bags and other back-to-school goodies.
It's not completely done yet. There will be more work to be done. You know, you build a house and, you know, a year or two later, you still see small things. I suspect that's going to be the case here at this school. But it's a beautiful edifice.
Well, as we continue our To Remember Hurricane Dorian series, a shelter facilitator, Rochelle Minnis, and her son, Knox Russell, were among the many who survived and escaped the wrath of the monster storm. The two share an emotional recap of how they relocated from one shelter to another due to a rising storm surge. Here's Yolanda Thompson-Everest.
For 28 years, Rochelle Minnis, chief social worker at the Department of Social Services, has braved every storm in Grand Bahama as a shelter facilitator. But during the latest attempt, she and her son, Knox Russell, found themselves trapped at the Hilton Alton Convention Center, facing a storm that threatened to tear them apart forever.
By the time I walk from the window to the front door, they look at the water. The entire Hilton Alton auditorium is flooded, this entire auditorium. So I started to tell the shelterees, I said, run to the stage, everyone, grab what you could get and go to the stage.
Once the water started rushing in, they seen some snakes and some fish was swimming around in the water, so everybody had to hurry up, walk up on the stage and stay there.
Forced to relocate to a neighboring church in precarious conditions, Rochelle Minnis and the shelterees faced yet another challenge.
The Defense Force made the decision, I think he was Defense Force Officer Ingram. We made a decision that we had to go to higher ground. We have to get out of here.
We had some people who was a little overreactive to the whole situation. We had one guy who was trying to open up the window. So everybody had to drive, horse him down, and detain him before he could endanger everybody.
I have never seen God manifest himself like he did that day. That building up there was going left, right, left, right. I said to my son at the time, I said, don't worry about me. If we don't make it, just go.
Miraculously, no lives were lost at the shelter, despite the terror of that day. 5 years later, we sit down with shelter facilitator Miss Minnis and Miss Russell in the very spot where chaos once reigned.
I know I have PTSD from there, because whenever it gets dark or rain, I always think about it. It brings back some of the memories. You could always almost reflect on what happened, where you lay, where you walk. You know, it brings back the memories. But the good thing about it this year, West Grand Bahama do have shelters.
I'd say take it serious, and if you can, all hop on the plane and go to someplace else where the storm ain't can hit. This place ain't designed to handle severe hurricanes.
Well, thanks, Yolanda. Motivational speaker. Meantime, our very own Spence Finlayson will host a one-day public speaking seminar in Exuma at St. Andrew's Anglican Church next Saturday, September 14th. Finlayson, who has conducted seminars throughout the Caribbean, says he's happy to help Exumians prepare for the great opportunities on stream there.
But public speaking is one of the greatest fears that people have. And studies have shown that if you speak well, you rise faster in your job, and you have more self-confidence. So I know this is going to benefit them. They're excited to know that I'm coming down to do this program down there, and I'm looking forward to it.
It's time now for a check on Family Island weather with Chief Meteorologist Basil Dean. Good evening, Basil.
Good evening, Makisha. High pressure's in control of our weather today. We have partly cloudy skies outside of our studios. Temperature 84 degrees. The relative humidity at 81%. East-southeast winds at 9 miles per hour. The barometric pressure 1,015.3 millibars. That is 29.98 inches. And your temperatures around the islands this evening. Marsh, Abaco at 84, 85 degrees in Greentoll Key. 85 also in Freeport, Grand Bahama, the Berry Islands, 85. Alistown, Bimini at 86. Over in Harbor Island, Roxanne, Eleuthera, 84 degrees, picking up 85 degrees here in Fresh Creek, Central Andros. Otterstown, Cat Island, 85, 86 in Black Point, Exuma, and Kemps Bay, South Andros. Taking you a little further south, Georgetown, Exuma, 85. Rum Key and San Salvador, also 85 degrees. We're picking up 83 degrees in Betsy Bay, Maguana. Crooked Island at 84, Acklands, 88. Ragged Island registering 84 degrees, 85 in Matchetown, Inagua, and the Turks and Caicos Islands. And your boating forecast tonight is brought to you by Live Business, where you're always protected during the worst storms. In the northwest and central islands tonight through Friday, easterly winds at 10 to 15 knots, the wave heights 2 to 4 feet. High tide, that will take place at 10:10 tonight, with another high tide at 10:31 tomorrow morning for the southeast Bahamas through Friday. Easterly winds 12 to 18 knots, the wave heights, they're going to be around 3 to 6 feet over the ocean, so we're asking small craft in the southeast Bahamas to exercise caution. And then as we take you into Saturday for the northwest and central islands, we will have a shift in those winds. They become southeast at 10 to 15 knots. Wave height still at 2 to 4 feet. Now your high tide on Saturday, 11:47 in the morning, with the low tide at 6:10 in the afternoon for the southeast Bahamas on Saturday. East to southeast winds 12 to 18 knots, and the wave height still at 3 to 6 feet, maintaining that caution flag. It's going to do it for your boating forecast. It's time now for your international temperatures, and they are brought to you by Roll Star Assurance.
9 months in my mama's belly. When I was born, midwife scream and shout. I had fire and brimstone coming out of my mouth. I'm extreme, just something. Oh, yeah, man. Well, hey, na 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 na. Hey, 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 hey.
And that's going to do it for your international temperatures, brought to you by Roll Star Assurance. But stay tuned, your extended weather forecast is still ahead.
In case you missed the news or want to stay ahead, follow us at ZNS Digital on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, or X. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and visit us on our website at znsbahamas.com.
Hey, it's your honorary pump attendant back again with another episode on the do's and don'ts at the service station. Let's go. What you ain't gonna do is just pull up to any dispenser and put the nozzle inside your car without reading the signs. Because if you put the wrong fuel inside your car and the car mess up, you can be mad at us, all right? And then you have to walk a catch bus for about 3 to 18 months. What you're supposed to do is read the signs. We place signs all over the dispenser to tell you which fuel is which. Because you put the wrong one and the car say bop, and you can be mad at us. You can be, oh, what happened to my car? No, it's you who ain't read. It say diesel, diesel, one word, diesel. You got up, and you mad at us. Read, that's all you have to do.
Security offer a varied range of security services, including guard service. We do armored service, we do pre-employment investigation, background checks, also get people for employment. A live business hosted PBX is extremely important to our operation. I don't have to be in my office. I can easily get connected with our clients, my vendors, my NASA office, and with our employees in the field, anytime, anywhere.
most important thing in life is family. And whenever you need reliable advice, you look to the people you know you can trust. At J.S. Johnson Insurance Agents and Brokers, we earn our clients' trust every day. Whether it's home, motor, travel, or commercial insurance, we've got you covered. Call 397-2100 or visit jsjohnson.com.
JS Johnson Insurance, peace of mind.
Here at Solomon's, we don't just believe in great brands. We believe in creating unforgettable memories and celebrating everyday living with you and your family. Every aisle is filled with all you need. A great value with a variety and a selection of all your favorite groceries and products. Saving you time and keeping you on a budget. Great food changes everything. Shop at your local Solomon's for food, for family, for you.
Hardware is the helpful place. Everything you need under one roof, from electrical, paint, plumbing, outdoor, barbecue, automotive, lawn and garden, pet supply, houseware, and seasons. Hurricane season is now here, so for all your hurricane needs, we have a 25% off bargain zone.
Hey, thanks. I would have given more stuff, but I didn't bring my money. I thought this was a club, and I thought everything was free. Finally know what it is now. Thanks.
We're located on St. Albans Drive, West Bay Street, open Monday to Saturdays from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. and closed for lunch 2 p.m. to 3 p.m.
This is ZNS Total Sports.
Welcome to your ZNS Total Sports Check, everybody. I'm Marcellus Hall. It's been a good time to be in New York lately. Big day and night coming up in New York City, and that's where Amajal Knowles is, the Big Apple. He gets us caught up in what's in store.
Well, Marcellus, we're here in arguably the busiest city in the world, Times Square in New York City. And no, we're not just taking in the sights. We're here as women basketball superstar Jonquel Jones and her New York Liberty are set to take on the Seattle Storm in the Liberty's second annual West Indian Night that is set to honor Caribbean culture and heritage. And of course, it did not come alone, traveling with the Minister of Youth, Sports and Culture, the Honorable Mario Bullock, who is also on hand to take in the sights and sounds. We'll have more details from tonight in tomorrow's Sportscast. Signing out from the Big Apple, I'm Amajal Knowles, ZNS Total Sports.
New Providence Softball Association playoffs resuming this evening over at the Bankers Field. R&B Operators and the Black Scorpion Ladies all even at a game apiece. They'll open things up at 7. Chances Mighty Mitts and the Renegade Series, that continues right afterwards at 8:30. Mitts up in that one, 1-0. Bahamas Junkanoo boys kicked off in their first game of the CONCACAF Nations League Cup match and ended up with a 3-3 draw against the host country, U.S. Virgin Islands. The Bahamas took the lead in the second minute after Leslie Senflor converted on an opportunity from the penalty spot. USVI, they were tied 1-1 in the 27th minute. Wood Gilmas retaking the lead for the Junkanoo boys in the 37th minute. A header inside the box. USVI, they would respond, tying the game once again. Brandon Adley added a third score for the Bahamas in the 58th minute with a right-footed finish in the box to finish. That sequence, he helped advance from a clearance, and with the 3-2 lead, Bahamas giving up another goal, unfortunately, to the home team. And that tied things up, and that's the way it would end, 3-3. Now, due to renovations at the Thomas A. Robinson National Stadium, the team will play its home game against Barbados in U.S. Virgin Islands on Saturday before returning back home. And finally tonight, Government League basketball semifinal game ones last night. Keith and Gray, 13 points, 10 rebounds. Ernest Sanders at 11 as Baines and Grantstown Cybots, they took down the Airport Authority Avengers 78-60. They got 16 from Anton Williamson losing effort. Police Crime Stoppers also take a game one lead in their series with the Ministry of Youth, Sports and Culture Panthers. 69-60 ends up being the final. Crime Stoppers led by Kirkland Farrington, Cameron Cherry, both had 12 points apiece. Samal Roll chipped in with 10. Panthers, Roosevelt Chicken Wiley had 12 points, 16 boards, and Rashad Dean, 10 points. Playoff action continues on Friday. And that's your check on sports for you here tonight. We do have our weather report just around the corner. Stay with us.
This is ZNS Total Sports.
Termites and need to get rid of them fast, trust Rent-A-Kill Initial. With over 60 years experience in the Bahamas, the global brand, training, and expertise can't be beat. Only Rent-A-Kill Initial gives you a 3-year warranty and payment plan options on termite fumigation. No one can match the range of treatments we offer, such as fumigation, pre-construction treatments, termite monitoring, and more. No matter where you are in the Bahamas, we will come to you. When it comes to complete termite eradication, there's only one name, Rent-A-Kill Initial.
From June 1st to November 30th, the ZNS Radio and Television Network is the #1 source in the Bahamas for hurricane information before, during, and after a storm. Now is the time to choose your radio and television hurricane season ad packages. Get extra special rates and run the ads only when you want them to run. Call the ZNS sales office today at 502-3800.
Time now for weather.
In our final look at weather in the tropics, the Hurricane Center monitoring 5 areas. The first over the central Atlantic, and that is progressing towards the west, will turn towards the northwest, so that one will not pose any threat to land at all, but we're giving it a 20% chance of development. And then the second area, some several hundred miles to the east of the Leeward Islands, that too is progressing now westward, but only a 10% chance of development is expected there. And then thirdly, we have this area in the Caribbean Sea, the northwestern Caribbean Sea, 20% chance of development, and that will move into the Gulf of Mexico over the weekend, and that's when the chance of development will become even greater. And then this little area of low pressure has been sitting there just to the south of the Texas coast. That has a very slim chance of development, but it will continue to generate lots of showers and thunderstorms, leading to some flooding along the coastal areas of Louisiana and Texas. And then finally, just off the coast of North Carolina, this area has a 30% chance of development, and it could become a subtropical storm within the next couple of days, so we'll keep our eyes on all of these areas. And that satellite pictures were close to home, showing some high-level clouds floating across the northwest and central Bahamas, stemming from that low pressure near the Carolinas, and that could trigger 1 or 2 very brief showers over the extreme northwestern parts of the country. Our forecast tonight, partly cloudy, very warm, with a low temperature of 81 degrees, and tomorrow, sun and clouds with a mixed bag of clouds and sunshine. High temperature, very warm at 91 degrees. Now, this is how your temperature will trend starting from early in the morning. We're picking up at 81 degrees, and that will gradually climb, and we reach to a plateau just around 1 o'clock in the afternoon, and then it starts to tick upwards again, reaching a peak at 91 degrees sometime around 3 o'clock tomorrow afternoon. Extended weather forecast is going to look, those toasty summer temperatures will finally return. So we'll see temperatures in the low 90s for the next 7 days, and lots of sunshine taking us right into Tuesday. By Wednesday, middle of the week, we'll see some cloud work its way back into our forecast with a few afternoon showers developing, and things will gradually start to clear up as we head into Thursday of next week. Makishla.
Well, thanks, Basil. And before we leave, staff at ZNS joining other stakeholders in the community to serve up a free nutritional treat to students at L.W. Young Junior High. Fern Carey tells us more.
Staff at Manuela's restaurant were up from 5 o'clock Thursday morning preparing a nutritious hot breakfast for students at L.W. Young Junior High School. Restaurant owner, Chef Emmanuel Gibson, says the initiative started some 4 years ago and is sponsored by Bahamas Striping Group of Companies and Area Member of Parliament and Foreign Affairs Minister, the Honorable Fred Mitchell.
We're going to have some fresh fruits for the kids. We have 100% juices, water. For the hotline, we're going to have, a basic Bahamian staple breakfast, which is steamed sausage, along with steamed tuna fish salad.
Staff from ZNS and the Rotary Club of South Ocean were on hand to serve the nutritious treat dubbed the Minister's Breakfast.
The minister realizes the importance, and those that are sponsoring it realizes the importance of a hot breakfast on any given morning for our students.
It gives you an opportunity to interact with the children and hear what they have on their minds, what the future looks like for them.
This initiative also highlights the beauty of partnership and the role it plays in strengthening our communities.
I'm always excited when I see our team members come out early in the morning and you see them there serving and giving back. That's what we try to instill into our employees at ZNS, that it's not enough to just do something for the community, but to give back to the community and to be a part of serving others.
Students at LW Young Junior High School are already looking forward to the next Minister's Breakfast. For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Fern Carey.
And that does it for the Bahamas Tonight. Thank you for continuing to make ZNS your first choice for news and information. Only the sun covers the Bahamas better than ZNS. Thank you for watching, and good night.